This is a story called The Little Monsters at Christmas, Chapter 96. The whole school put Christmas trees and decorations up around the school ready for their Christmas parties. It's not long until the school's Christmas holidays and all the kids in the school have their school Christmas parties coming up. Monday, during morning assembly, Mrs. Scott made an announcement. Settle down, everyone. I have something important to tell you all. We all know it's not long now until Christmas and that we have our Christmas parties coming up here at school. Based on this, I thought that I would cancel classes for the rest of the week. This is so that we can get this school looking Christmassy. I've set some activities up for those who can't join in because of religion or don't want to join in. You will all go with your teachers to the local Christmas tree farm to choose a tree for your classrooms. Then you can decorate them. You can all choose and make your own decorations, and you can bring some from home if you like. However, no one's permitted to leave the school premises until lunchtime. The kids from year 7 and above can leave the school premises at lunchtime, but the little kids cannot. Everyone was really excited and they all went with their teachers, one year group at a time, to choose a Christmas tree from the local tree farm. They also bought some more decorations to go with the ones they had left from last year. However, a lot of the other kids didn't have time to decorate. A lot of the older kids didn't have time to decorate their trees as it was home time by the time they got back to school. The next day they all had assembly and Mrs. Scott insisted on everyone singing Christmas carols. The first one they sang was Hark the Herald Angels Sing. When they finished, they sang Silent Night, We Wish You a Merry Christmas, Munson Roll Davis City, Good King Wenceslas and the 12 Days of Christmas. Then they all went to their form classes. When they got there, they decorated their classrooms while singing Christmas carols. They sang Away in a Manger, We Three Kings, O Little Town of Bethlehem, Silent Night, and O Come All Ye Faithful. However, before they knew it, it was home time and they all went home. The next morning everyone arrived at school with their own decorations. Some of the kids had bought them, some had made them, and the rest were what they had spared at home. They all got to work decorating their classrooms while singing Christmas songs such as Silent Night, Jingle Bells, In the Bleak Midwinter, Joy to the World, and God Rest You Merry Gentlemen. Then they started decorating their trees while singing Christmas songs such as O Holy Night, I Saw Three Ships, Jingle Bells, The Holly and the Ivy, The First Noel, and Ding Dong Merrily on High. Then Mrs. Scott came on the tannoy asking the little monsters to go to her office. When they got there, she said, Don't worry guys, you're not in any trouble. Blimey miss, that makes a change, said Stumpy. They all laughed and then Mrs. Scott said, You know how you guys look after the elderly, the lonely and the vulnerable, as well as the poor and needy. Well, I was wondering if any of them have a Christmas tree and decorations. No, they don't, miss, but we were going to get them some out of our pocket chore money, answered Bumpy. Well, you don't need to do that, because I've made a deal with the tree farm and they're going to give everyone an artificial tree and some decorations that they can keep forever. All we need is their names and addresses. If you'll give them to us, please, said Mrs. Scott. Yes, of course, miss. They'll all be chuffed to bits, said Creeper. The next day they gave Mrs. Scott all the names and addresses. She then passed them on to the staff at the Christmas tree farm. When the trees and decorations were delivered, no one could believe it. Kicker and the gang were given permission to help, and they told everyone that they would help them to decorate their trees and homes. Then they all went back to school. When they got there, Mrs. Scott said to them, "I didn't think you guys would come back today. We didn't know if we were meant to miss," said Grumpy. "If you want, you guys can take the rest of the day off. You could use the time to go around helping everyone to put up their decorations and to decorate their trees. Why don't you go and get the little ones and see if they want to go with you? I'll give you all a note for your parents so you don't get into trouble. I've already told Mrs. Applejack to let them go with you if they want to," said Mrs. Scott. They all went through to the primary school part of the school and spoke to the little kids, and they all wanted to go. Then Mrs. Applejack said, "Guys, why don't we all go? It seems a shame for the other kids to miss out." They all agreed, and Mrs. Scott gave Mrs. Applejack permission to take the kids off the school premises. They all went house to house helping people to put Christmas decorations up around their houses and helping them to decorate their trees. They all had an absolute ball. End of chapter 96. Thanks for watching, guys. Remember, if you're watching on YouTube, please feel free to like, share, comment and subscribe. If you're watching on Facebook, please feel free to like, share, comment and to go to my YouTube channel and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Merry Christmas everyone. Love yous. Bye.